What if I told you that just 5 simple words could make a woman feel an unstoppable wave of desire for you, and she wouldn't even know why? Most men chase, beg, or overcomplicate attraction. But the truth is, desire isn't built on money, looks, or status. It's triggered in the subconscious, with the right words, spoken at the right moment. In this video, I'll reveal the 5 most powerful words that slip past her logic and go straight into her emotions, making her lean in, crave your presence, and feel a magnetic pull she can't explain. Watch closely, because once you learn them, you'll never talk to women the same way again. Number 1. Imagine. The word imagine is perhaps one of the most powerful tools a man can use when speaking to a woman. Why? Because it bypasses logic and speaks directly to her subconscious mind, where desire is born. Women are naturally imaginative creatures. From a young age, they are immersed in stories, fantasies, and dreams, while men often focus on the concrete, what is real, practical, and measurable. Women thrive in the emotional world of what could be. When you say the word imagine, you are inviting her into that inner world, painting a picture that she cannot resist stepping into. Think about it. When you tell a woman, imagine us together on a beach at night, the sound of the waves in the background, the stars above us, you are not describing reality. You are building a private movie inside her mind, one where she is the main character alongside you. And here is the secret. Once she enters this imagined scenario, her body and emotions respond as if it were happening in reality. Her heart rate may increase, her breathing may change, and her emotions will begin to mirror the picture you created with a single word: imagine. This works because the human brain does not completely separate fantasy from reality. Neurologically, when someone imagines an experience, many of the same brain regions activate, as if the experience were actually happening. For a woman, this means that if you can skillfully lead her imagination, she will feel the emotions and desires as though they were real. That is why the word imagine is so magnetic. It allows you to guide her inner world without resistance. But here's the key. When you use imagine, do not just describe things passively. Be vivid. Be specific. Instead of saying, imagine us together, you might say, imagine how safe you would feel falling asleep in my arms after a long day. Notice the difference. The first is vague, while the second activates specific emotions: comfort, safety, intimacy. The more details you give, the more real the fantasy becomes. Another powerful strategy is to combine imagine with sensory language. For example, imagine the warmth of my hand holding yours as we walk through the city at night. Here, you are not only asking her to picture the scene but also to feel the sensations associated with it. This doubles the effect because her mind is now simulating touch, warmth, and closeness. The beauty of imagine lies in its flexibility. You can use it in playful contexts. Imagine us sneaking away from everyone and doing something fun. In romantic contexts, imagine kissing me under the rain. Or even in deeper emotional contexts, imagine having someone who always understands you without you needing to explain. Each time, the word gently pulls her into a reality where you're already the man she desires. Ultimately, imagine works like a hypnotic command. It bypasses her defenses and logic, and it places you in the starring role of her inner movie. When used skillfully, this single word can transform an ordinary conversation into a moment charged with intimacy and longing. And the best part? She won't even know why she suddenly feels so drawn to you, because her own imagination will do the work for you. Number 2, feel. The word feel is a direct doorway into a woman's emotional and physical world. If imagine activates her mind and fantasy, feel goes straight to her body, to the sensations that govern her attraction. Women are not only emotional beings, they are also deeply sensory. Their desires are awakened not only by what they see or hear, but by what they feel in a given moment. This is why the word feel carries such irresistible power. When you say, "Do you feel how exciting this is?" you are not simply asking a question. You are directing her awareness inward, making her notice her own body's response. Perhaps her heart is beating a little faster, her breath is slightly shorter, or there's a spark of warmth in her chest. By drawing attention to these sensations, you are magnifying them. Suddenly, what she might have brushed aside as a passing moment now becomes something alive, undeniable, and connected to you. The genius of feel lies in how it links you to her emotional state. You are no longer just talking. You are actively shaping her experience. For instance, if you say, "Can you feel how calm it is when you're around me?" you create an association between yourself and the sensation of calm. Every time she thinks of you afterward, that feeling returns. Similarly, if you say, "Feel how much fun we're having right now," you anchor yourself to joy, playfulness, and excitement. The word feel turns abstract emotions into concrete experiences, and once she experiences them with you, they are stored in her memory as real. Another important aspect of feel is its ability to create intimacy. When you ask a woman to feel something, you are inviting her to drop her defenses and connect with you on a deeper level. For example, "Do you feel how close we are right now?" Or, "Can you feel the tension between us?" These statements transform the air around you. They make the invisible, chemistry, attraction, tension, suddenly undeniable. She cannot argue against what she feels. Emotions are harder to resist than logic. The magic becomes even stronger when you combine feel with physical touch. Imagine lightly brushing her hand and then saying, "Do you feel how soft your skin is?" Or, "Feel how perfect this moment is with you here." The word itself focuses her attention, while the touch seals the memory in her body. What you're doing is guiding her to link her sensations, her emotions, and your presence together. This creates a powerful bond that logic alone can never achieve. Used skillfully, feel makes a woman hyper-aware of the moment, of her own reactions, and of you as the source of those reactions. It's not manipulation, it's direction. You are not creating feelings that don't exist. You are shining a spotlight on the ones that are already there but unnoticed. And once she feels them, she cannot unfeel them. That is the power of this simple word. It takes attraction from something abstract and makes it visceral, undeniable, and unforgettable. Number 3, secret. The word secret is one of the most seductive triggers in human psychology. Why? Because people are naturally drawn to exclusivity. A secret is something hidden, something not everyone can access. And when you share a secret with a woman, you immediately elevate her status in her own mind. She is no longer just any woman. She becomes the chosen one, the person you trust enough to reveal something private. That sense of exclusivity awakens her curiosity and builds a powerful emotional bond between you. When you say, "I'll tell you a secret, but only if you promise not to tell anyone," you are not merely playing with words. You are planting the seed of intimacy. You are creating a private world that belongs only to the two of you. Women are especially sensitive to this because being entrusted with a secret makes them feel special, unique, and important in your eyes. And once a woman feels this way, desire begins to grow because she does not just want you. She wants to keep being that special person to you. The power of the word secret also lies in the tension it creates. A secret implies something forbidden, hidden, or slightly dangerous. That subtle hint of danger is magnetic. For instance, saying, "Want to know a secret? I was thinking about you the whole time during that meeting," transforms an ordinary confession into something thrilling. It's not just honesty, it's honesty wrapped in exclusivity and playfulness. Suddenly, she is part of a mystery that others are not allowed to touch. Another technique is to use secret to frame your desires in a way that feels playful rather than pushy. Instead of saying directly, "I want you," you could whisper, "Can I tell you a secret? I can't stop thinking about kissing you." Notice how different it feels. The first sounds like a blunt declaration, while the second feels intimate, almost like a stolen confession. By putting it in the frame of a secret, you lower her defenses and invite her into a moment of closeness. It's also important to remember that secrets do not always have to be grand revelations. Even small, playful ones can work wonders. Secretly, "I love how you get nervous when I look at you like this." Or, "Here's my secret. I find you impossible to ignore." Each time, the word makes the interaction more personal, more private, more charged with energy. At its core, secret taps into two powerful female desires: the desire to be unique and the desire to experience forbidden pleasure. By using this word, you make her feel both. You are telling her, "You are the only one who knows this part of me," while also suggesting, "What we share is something special, maybe even a little dangerous." That combination is intoxicating. Used wisely, secret turns a simple interaction into an unforgettable one. It creates a bond that feels private, exclusive, and emotionally intense. And once she is pulled into your secret world, she will crave more. Not because you forced her, but because she now feels that with you, she is someone rare, someone chosen, someone irresistible. Number 4, because. The word "because" may look simple, but it carries enormous psychological weight. Studies in persuasion and communication have shown that people are far more likely to accept a statement if it is followed by a reason, even if the reason is weak. This is the hidden power of "because." It bypasses resistance by giving the mind a justification, a sense of logic that makes the emotional response feel valid. When you use "because" with a woman, you are not just making claims. You are giving her subconscious mind a reason to believe them. For example, compare these two sentences. "You can trust me" versus "You can trust me because I never judge you." The first is a flat statement. The second gives her brain something to hold on to. Now her trust feels justified, which makes her more likely to embrace the feeling without doubt. The brilliance of "because" is that it doesn't even require a strong reason. Imagine saying, "I like being around you because you make everything feel lighter." Whether or not this is objectively true doesn't matter. What matters is that it frames your attraction in a way that feels natural, reasonable, and emotionally satisfying. Women, being highly attuned to meaning and context, respond deeply to this kind of framing. You can also use "because" to guide her into experiencing desire without her realizing it. For instance, you're smiling right now because you can feel how much fun this is. What you've done is take her existing behavior, smiling, and tie it to the emotion you want her to connect with: fun, joy, attraction. Her mind will accept the link automatically because you've given it a reason, even if that reason came from you. Another subtle use of "because" is to reframe tension or attraction as something inevitable. For example, there's this spark between us, because sometimes two people just can't ignore each other. Notice how this removes pressure. You're not saying, I want you and I'm forcing this. You're saying, this is happening naturally, because it's beyond our control. That shift makes her feel less defensive and more willing to surrender to the moment. The word also works powerfully in moments of intimacy. Imagine whispering, "You feel so good, because you belong right here with me." The logic doesn't have to be airtight. It just has to sound like a reason, and her emotions will embrace it as truth. In this way, because transforms ordinary compliments into irresistible affirmations. Ultimately, because functions like a bridge. On one side is raw emotion, trust, desire, attraction. On the other side is the logical mind, always asking why. By giving her even the simplest answer, you satisfy that inner question and allow her emotions to flow freely. She no longer feels she is being swept away without reason. She feels she has a valid excuse to let herself go. And that excuse, planted with a single word, because, is often all she needs to desire you without hesitation. Number 5, now. The word now is the language of urgency. It has the power to collapse the distance between thought and action, between desire and fulfillment. Unlike words that invite imagination or logic, now grabs a woman's attention in the present moment and demands emotional response. It removes hesitation by making the experience immediate, tangible, and real. Why does this work so well? Human psychology is wired to react to urgency. When something is framed as happening now, the brain releases a surge of focus and energy. For a woman, hearing now in the right context bypasses overthinking. Instead of wondering about the future or analyzing possibilities, she is drawn into the intensity of the present moment, where attraction and intimacy live. Consider the difference between these two statements. I want to kiss you versus I want to kiss you now. The first feels like a possibility, something that could happen eventually. The second feels unavoidable, immediate, and electrifying. That single word transforms the entire energy of the interaction. Suddenly, it's not about someday. It's about this second, this breath, this heartbeat. Now can also heighten emotions that are already there. For example, do you feel how close we are right now? Or, look at me now and tell me you don't feel this spark. These phrases don't just describe reality, they intensify it. They make her more aware of what is happening between you, magnifying the chemistry and making it impossible to ignore. Another powerful way to use now is in playful commands. Come here now. Tell me your secret now. Smile for me now. These commands are not aggressive when said with a smile or a teasing tone. Instead, they create a dynamic of tension and playfulness where she feels pulled into your frame of energy. The immediacy makes her act without giving herself time to rationalize or resist. It's also worth noting that now is a word of presence. When you say, right now, nothing else matters, you are cutting away the distractions of the outside world and anchoring her attention to you. This is deeply attractive because women crave experiences where they feel completely absorbed in the moment. Now offers that immersion. In moments of intimacy, now can be the spark that ignites passion. Whispering, I need you now, or kiss me now, turns desire into action without delay. It communicates certainty, urgency, and raw attraction. Unlike hesitant language, which leaves room for doubt, now tells her that the connection is undeniable and demands expression. Ultimately, the power of now is its ability to destroy hesitation. It doesn't leave space for second-guessing or escape. It anchors her emotions in the present and turns attraction into action. When used skillfully, this simple word makes desire feel inevitable, like something that cannot wait, must not wait, and has to happen now. Words are not just sounds. They are triggers that shape emotions, desires, and decisions. You've just discovered the 5 most powerful words that can make a woman desire you without even realizing why. Imagine, feel, secret, because, and now. Each one works like a key that unlocks her subconscious, drawing her closer to you in ways that logic alone never could. But remember, the real magic is not in the words themselves. It's in how you use them. With the right tone, timing, and intention, these simple words can transform ordinary conversations into unforgettable moments filled with tension, intimacy, and desire. If this opened your eyes to the hidden power of language, don't just keep it to yourself. Drop a comment below and tell me which word you're most excited to try. If you found value here, hit the like button, share this video with a friend, and of course subscribe to the channel so you never miss future insights. Your engagement not only supports the channel, but also helps spread these secrets to more men who need to hear them. Let's build a community of men who understand the true psychology of attraction, starting right here, right now,